Well, our entire life is a mystery, and in the month of April 2023, you will be surrounded by mysteries. You won't be able to understand why things are happening to you. Some things happen to you and some things happen for you. In the month of April, some things are gonna happen to you so that things can happen for you later on. Let me tell you all an anecdote just now which will explain what is the difference between what happens to you and what happens for you. A year back I met a person and he fell ill one day. He was doing a job and he fell ill. The timeline of that illness was around 40 days and he couldn't move out of his bed. And unfortunately, he lost his job. The company terminated his job at that point in time because he was not attending office for the last 40 days. He was whining, he was crying, he was moaning about his situation. He was asking God, why did this happen to me? But God had some other plans. God had some other plans for him, because after he recovered from that illness, after 2 months, he got a job which was exactly the double of his salary. I mean, double the salary he was getting in his previous company. So you see, if he wouldn't have fallen ill at that point in time and he wouldn't have fallen ill for 60 days, his job wouldn't have got terminated. Just because he fell ill, he tried for another job after 2 months and his salary doubled from there. So the thing which happened to him was that he fell ill. But what happened for him was that he got a job in which he got a salary which was double than the previous one. So his salary doubled within 2 months. So some things happen to you and some things happen for you. So this is the mystery of life. Don't question the mysteries of life. If God takes away the mystery from your life, then everything would become certain and life would have no meaning. So that mystery should be there in your life. You will never have faith. You will never be able to discover things. You will never be able to innovate things. You will never try anything if you knew everything, if mystery wasn't a mystery. So in the month of April 2023, you are gonna face some mysterious things, but take those mysterious things in your stride. Take those mysteries as a boon in disguise. Maybe some untoward incident happens to you. But remember, these untoward incidents which will happen in the month of April 2023 will happen for you ultimately. You might not be able to realize the fruit it will bear in the future. So don't moan, don't cry, don't whine about your situation in the month of April 2023. It is almost impossible to understand the mysteries of life. Well, if you knew one mystery in your life, that when you would die, if everybody knew when they would die, then every single person of us would be in a panic mode. So God has done the right thing by creating this mystery. And as I told you, that something happens to you and something happens for you. So at this point in time, in the month of April 2023, if something happens to you, don't worry, because these things which will happen in the month of April 2023 are gonna lead you to something good for you in your future. Because every cloud has a silver lining. So at this juncture, be prepared to embrace the unknown, the mysteries of life, the conundrums of life, the puzzles of life. And the only person who can solve this conundrum, this puzzle, this mystery at this point in time is you. You need to go with the flow of that mystery, that puzzle, that conundrum which you are facing in the month of April 2023. One thing is certain in this world, that nothing is certain. So at this point in time, you need to embrace the uncertainties of life. Well, that means that you need to do what you can and be rest assured that God will do what you can't. Well, some people in a fearful situation, they forget everything and run. But some people, they face everything and rise. So at this point in time, if fear engulfs you, if fear surrounds you, you need to face your fears and rise. Don't forget those fears and run. Because the things which you are gonna avoid in the month of April 2023, you might have to face those things again later in your life. So it is better to face the conundrums, the problems, the difficulties, the hurdles, the barriers, the obstacles of life in the month of April 2023. I mean, instead of running away from them. Well, if we take away the mysteries of life from everyone, then life would become very boring. It would become one boring stuff. So at this point in time, don't try to understand that mystery. Don't try to go deep into that mystery, because certain things in your life are meant to be mysterious, just as the time of your death is mysterious. I'd say that everything in your life is mysterious. This entire life is a mystery, and we need to understand this mystery little by little. You won't be able to understand this mystery in one go. So at this point in time, make an attempt to do what you can. And as I just told you, if you do what you can, then God will do what you can't. Well, when the pain to remain the same is greater than the pain to change, you will change. So at this point in time, if you are experiencing some sort of pain which is mysterious to you, then don't worry, because as I just told you, that when the pain to remain the same is greater than the pain to change, only then you will change. You will see a change in your life, a change for the better in your life. So if you are experiencing pain in your life, if you are facing suffering in your life, let me tell you that the road to heaven goes through hell. So you need to face the suffering, the pain of your life at this juncture. And let me tell you that there is too much pain to duck. Pain is everywhere. You can't hide from that pain and suffering. If you try to hide from that pain and suffering under the table, it's gonna come there. If you hide from that pain and suffering behind a door, it's gonna come there. So life is full of pain and suffering. All you need to do is embrace that pain, face that pain and suffering boldly in your life. And at the same time, I want to tell you all that you need to enjoy life in the month of April 2023. You need to maintain a balance between work and play at this point in time. You know, life is like an ice cream. Enjoy it before it melts. So you need to realize that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So at this point in time, you need to balance your life in such a way that nothing gets monotonous for you. Play when you are required to play and work when you are required to work. Well, the fact of the matter is that nothing in life will work without the work. You know, we don't get in life what we ask for. We get in life what we ask and work for. So at this point in time, you need to work as well as play at this point in time. Well, the other thing which I want to tell you is that you need to understand that you need to admit your mistakes in your life. You learn nothing from life if you think you are right all the time. So you need to admit your mistakes and you need to work on your mistakes so that you don't make those mistakes once again in your life. As I just told you, that if you think that you are right always, you will learn nothing from life. However wise you are, however brilliant you are definitely gonna make some mistakes in your life. But the real wise person is that who admits his or her mistake and learns from that mistakes and moves forward in their life. Well, it is natural for a human being to make mistakes. It is natural for a human being to face defeats. But remember, even if you face defeats in your life at this point in time, you shouldn't feel defeated in your life. Well, it's one thing to face defeats, but it is a totally different thing to feel defeated. If you face defeats, it's normal. But if you admit your defeat, then everything will stop for you. Well, don't bother what people are thinking about you. The most important thing is what you think about yourself. The other thing is that people inspire you and drain you. Choose them wisely at this point in time. And if your near and dear ones, your loved ones, your relatives are not listening to you, and you want to convey to them your ideas and plans, and if they aren't listening to you, don't bother about them. If you are trying to make them understand something, if you are trying to give them a good suggestion, a good advice, and they aren't listening to you, then let me tell you that don't try to force yourself on them, because silence is the best answer to someone who doesn't value your words. You need to find some meaning in your life at this point in time. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. So, you need to find that meaning in your life at this juncture. If you are feeling that there is nothing left in your life at this point in time, in the month of April 2023, well, we all face some sad moments in our life. We all face some kind of despondency in our life. We all face some hopelessness in our life at some point in time. Life is like an onion. You peel one layer at a time, and sometimes it makes you cry. So in the month of April 2023, if circumstances make you cry, remember that tears are water that makes the seed of greatness grow inside of you. As I just explained in this video, that some things happen to you and some things happen for you, because the things which will happen to you in the month of April 2023 will happen for you later on. And face the fiery furnaces of this world at this point in time aggressively, boldly. Even if you feel the fear at this point in time, don't make it evident to this world. And you should face your fears boldly and aggressively at this juncture. In the month of April 2023, because everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. And the last thing which I want to tell you all is that problems are not stop signs, they are guidelines. So at this point in time, you need to understand and know that whatever is happening in your life is happening for your good. And whatever will happen for your good only. You must not have any regrets for the past. You need not worry about the future. The present is happening. This is what the Bhagavad Gita tells us. So on this note, I'd like to end this video. Have a happy April 2023. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.